Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This will be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today I'm going to show you how to build a tank to do crazy damage. Someone that can come into your team and hit as hard as your attack-based champions. Let's do it. Let's get into this. So this can be used really well in dungeon clears. It can actually be really helpful in clan boss. It can really helpful in the arena, because if you've got a tank that's also doing heavy damage, it means one, they're going to stay alive, and two, they're going to be a major threat to the enemy. So what I'm going to do is show you a build on an epic. I'm going to take Sandlash Survivor as the build. Then I'm going to show you this in action with some other champs as well. So how do we do it? I always start with the jewelry when I do my builds, guys. So the main thing you want to know, when I say tank, what does that mean? It means that their skills are based on defense and that they've got a high base defense. Okay, so if someone's got a high base defense, they become extremely difficult to kill, way more difficult than someone who's got floppy defense. Okay, so what do we do then? Whilst building our attack, because all of their damage is based on defense, we're also building their survivability, both things at the same time. And the great thing with these builds is it's actually quite easy to do. It's much easier to do than if you were building up a like an attack-based champion, because with an attack-based champion, you're also trying to find some level of survivability for them as well. So here we go. We're going to go for a defense-based ring, obviously, but ideally with defense percentage as a substat. That's what we're looking for. I've got one already rolled up here. Defense and HP together are good. Bear in mind, guys, attack percentage, attack does 0 for these champions. This skill here is 100% redundant for a defense-based champion. It does nothing at all. So let's just see what else we've got. None of these are rolled up. This one's already a 6-star rolled, so I'm going to take it. But both of these would also be good. You'd be looking to try and get higher defense percentage rolls. So actually, I've only got one defense roll here. If I was trying to be really picky and go for like my best possible build, I would actually be trying to see if I can get a double roll in one of these defense percentages. So didn't roll it there. I probably at that stage would just cancel out of that ring, go into the next one, and again try and take it to 8 and see if I land a double roll. If I land 1-1, I probably would go again to 12. So we've landed 1. So again, it's probably not worth for this video to roll that up again, but you might roll that up to 8, and then you might try again to 12 just to see if you get a better roll on the ring. So there's the ring. On the amulet, if you're going for a damage-based defense build, you'd actually go crit damage here. So crit damage on your amulet as your main stats. And then really, it depends on the type of champ. If they need accuracy to land their abilities, then obviously you'd put accuracy in. If they don't, then the substats really do not matter. So I'm just going to find a full 40% crit damage roll already. If it's got some defense on it, even better. Sandlash does not need accuracy to land her ability. Oh, she does have some accuracy requirement, actually. She does have a provoke. So we will try and steal a bit of accuracy from someone. So this is good. We're going to steal. Both of those are not brilliant. What I would do in this instance, I would see if I can land 1 or 2 skills in accuracy on a new roll. Because accuracy is important to try and land the provoke on a Sandlashed. If you don't have an ability to land, or you're just trying to do damage, you're not even trying to land abilities, then you can forget this kind of step of the build and just go straight into a full, as high crit damage as you can roll item. So if we don't land it there, we didn't. Do that. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take one of the ones that are already rolled up. I guess this one here with 11 accuracy. Okay. We're going to put an accuracy banner on them anyway, because she's got an ability to land. If she did not have an ability to land, or I didn't care about accuracy, I would go full defense here. Full defense and just whack a defense item on her. That's going to enable her to hit harder. In fact, I might just do that anyway. I only need to get myself... yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. So you can see kind of what sort of damage these guys can kick out. So if you're going for a damage build, I always go boots next. We're going to go speed on the boots. We want to make sure that they get a chance to play. Ideally, though, on the substat, you get defense percentage and crit damage. That would be like your ideal. Or there's kind of 2 types of builds we can do here. We can either go crit damage on the gloves, or we can go crit rate on the gloves. If we go crit rate here, which actually is what I'm going to do, I'm going to go speed, accuracy, defense, crit rate. This is a brilliant set. Shame we've got 2 rolls in attack. We don't need attack for this build, but that is actually a brilliant piece for Sandlashed. Let's see what else we've got. Double crit with defense, very nice. Double defense with crit, that's actually really nice as well. This is brilliant as well. So you see, I'm just looking for, actually this is fantastic as well. So we've got some really good choices here. This one's probably my favorite. Crit rate, HP, defense, crit damage. We'll take that. On the chest, you want to definitely have defense percentage as the main stat. And then ideally with some crit rate on the item. If you get crit rate and crit damage, even better. With some speed on it, even better. So this piece here looks like it's going to be brilliant. Crit, crit, speed, defense. See our defense levels are already up to nearly 4k. 4k already. We've only got 2 items on her so far. Now, you've got choices that you can make on these gloves. On the gloves, you can do the same again. You can say defense as the main stat and push the defense up really high. Or you can go, I think we're going to have to go crit rate here, so we're a bit short on crit. So you can go crit rate on the gloves and try and pull defense in as a substat. Not so good. So we've got equipped somewhere else. Crit rate, speed, defense. Speed, defense. So these are really nice. Really nice. Lots of defense, crit damage as well. Let's just throw crit damage in the mix. Defense, crit damage, speed on crit rate gloves. I think they're going to be the ones. Although these are good too and gives us an accuracy set. I think we're going to take these for an extra bit of crit damage. Okay, so now you're either looking to try and match some sets up. You don't have to match sets. The main thing is stats. If you get good stats, you're in good position. But if you want to try and match sets where you can, that's worth doing. So so what we're up to now, 65. You want to be going 100% crit. So we're at 82. We need another 18% crit up the top in the items. These two, the helm and the shield, can both roll defense percentage. The weapon cannot. So I always start on a weapon like this, and I'll try and get myself some defense percentage, some speed, maybe some crit rate to boost that last bit of crit we need. We could actually get a double set resistance, but it's not a massive boost for us. Double set on the crit damage would be kind of useful. On the accuracy as well would be kind of useful, but not super important. The main thing I want are stats. Not going to take off of her. This crit damage, all the stats we need in one item. Yes, please. Thank you, Tyrell. We'll take that. And I'm looking for the same thing again. So we're up to now, what, 88%? So we still need a bit more crits. We've got crit rate. Pretty much, again, everything we need in one item. That being said, I don't really need that much crit. So we're going to see what else there is. This is a great piece. Sorry, Tyrell, you're not having that one either. So we're up to 100%, 189 speed, which is good. 177 crit damage. I'd love a bit more crit damage. Accuracy, I'm not really fussed about. We're going to try and get, so forget defense percentage, you can't roll it here. Forget crit rates, we're at 100. I just want speed and crit damage. If I can get it in this set as well to boost my crit damage a bit more, I will. This is where you can start tweaking. So we've got a bumper roll here of crit rates. I could take that and then lose crit rate somewhere else. So 20% over on crit rate. You could even try and get crit damage on the gloves and push for crit rate everywhere else. That's how you kind of become really endgame build. So I could switch out here and just go heavy on crit rate now. Forget crit damage for a second. Let's see what we can do if I just went heavy crit rate, tried to up the level of my build. You could do it using crit rate set like this. Speed and crit rate like that. It's going to boost me 5. Because what I'm thinking here is maybe I could even push for a crit damage set of gloves. Because I've got enough crit rolled elsewhere. But I would need to see at least a double roll crit like this. So 20% crit. Now puts me up to 133. I can actually see if I've got some crit damage gloves with crit rate on them. in that same set would be brilliant. So we could go there, crit damage, crit rate, take them off the Royal Guard for now. 95% crit rate, 268 crit damage, massively high defense, and good speed. Yeah, so all of this is looking like it's going to hit hard. So we're going to keep at that. Obviously, you would, if you were min-maxing, you'd be looking for perhaps, you'd like to swap these out and have to say, if I was really min-maxing, can I find that extra bit of crit I need just to get me over the edge here? So, you know, do I find an extra few percent of crit rate? What do I need? I need 5% more. So this would take me over the edge. I'd lose a tiny bit of crit damage, but for that extra 5% crit rate, it's probably worth it, or is worth it. This would be really good. Good stats everywhere. Yeah, so you can see how you can kind of start min-maxing when you're really building your builds up. This would be brilliant. Okay, so you can see what I'm looking for. So I actually will switch into... I'm not taking off of one of my main guys. This one. Okay, so we end up with a final build then. 102%, 256, 4.3 near enough, 191. Everything about that build is brilliant. Really tanky build, massively high crit damage, and this is now going to be a tank that can absolutely nuke. If I just show you Masteries as well. So if you are looking for somebody that is not going to be in a clan boss build, but actually going to be more like an arena build, you would switch these Masteries out and you'd come into Helm Smasher. So I would come away from what we've done so far. I'll be going like this: damage, 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 damage on first hit, reset ability, down into more damage for kill, and then into Helm Smasher. That would be a really strong, like, arena nuke build. And then if you're mainly worried about damage, you would come defense here. And then you'd have some more survivability stuff going on here. And then a chance to counterattack when you lose so much health here. Also, this is quite nice. If you've got that chance to counterattack on, you can protect your allies by using the Selfless Defender ability, which is pretty cool. So, so she's got a chance to take higher damage, and then that's got a higher chance to activate this. And then you can just kind of set up your last one. Maybe this, there's a lot of freezes around in your team setups. So there's my Sandlash build. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to build an Ignatius as well, because this guy can hit really hard. And you'll see, actually, he may already be fairly well built. I'm just going to cut out, build, and then I'll show you these guys. Okay, so quickly flicked some gear around on him. What I've done on this one is I pushed him into crit rate gloves. So this is definitely an option here. Crit rate gloves, boost me to nearly 100%. Still got 182 on the crit damage. Still got high defense. Yeah. So this is kind of like the more of a mediocre build for a defense champ. So let me talk you through the setup then. Now, let's go into the arena. What you would want for your crit, for your damage build for your for a defensive champion is the right setup. So increasing defense is important. The Morsian Mage does this really well. Morsian Mage has got an ability which increases crit rate, increases defense, and puts block debuffs out. That is a brilliant, brilliant setup for a tank nuker. You also want to drop the defense of the enemy. So somebody like Madame would be great there. And then you want to throw your nuker in after that. So if you watch this, this will absolutely scale the damage of your nuke champion. In a similar way that if you've got attack-based champions, you want to cast increased attack from someone like an Arbiter here. So we go drop defense on the enemy, buff defense on us, and then I've got an AoE ability here that's going to throw out a nuke. Now she's negative affinity all the way around here. See that though, 50k, 50k, 40k, easy as you like, and she will take a hit. Look at that, basically lost no health at all from the hits because she's built to do damage. So single target, okay, they're all weak hits. Let's skip to the next. I can find somewhere where we're not all weak. Sandlash maybe was a bad example because there's a lot of magic affinity champs that fight in the arena. That's fine. Let's hit the auto here. Do that again though. 29k there without the decreased defense on. This is against tanks. And there we go. into the next fight. Let's try and pick team here. Here we go. So we've got one negative affinity. The other ones are all strong. Going to do exactly the same setup. Drop their defense, boost as, and then you'll see. In comes the nukes. 60k, 70k. He's just revived everyone. So we can see it again. Thank you very much. And we get single targets coming in. Let's get rid of their damage dealer. 18k single target hit. What I'll show you in a second is some of my strongest champions doing this same type of thing. Sandlash is a good example of an epic that does it well. But I've got some legendary champions that hit harder than the hardest hitting attack-based champs in my lineups. And the other great thing is they just don't take any pain themselves. They just can withstand so much damage themselves. Keep his turn meter down. Pull on to the AoE again and slam, dunk, see you later. So you can see how effective it is. Now what we're going to do is throw in Ignatius that you saw me just build. So Ignatius build is way weaker than that Sandlash you've just seen there. But with that same setup, we'll see what he can do. So what we're on here, neutral affinity everywhere. Drop defenses. Actually, it's a bit too fast. So I'm just going to let that cycle round one so he gets his increased defense up. Even though 27k, get all of our debuffs up. Hope she doesn't strip them off. Keep her turn meter down. Didn't even take a little hit. Oh, he's lost it. Let me just adjust some speed a sec. So we've got Morsley and Mage running at 206. I just need to lose a little bit of speed here. Crazy speed on this, so let's take some of that off. There we go. Try that same fight again. We still probably would have won the fight. Just wanted to show you what you can hit for. So, same setup then. Drop defense. Boost my defense. And then in comes the nukes. Now, I've got a chance to either do this one or this one. This will throw burns out. This one's just to provoke, but look at the damage here. 60k's across the board, sits two of them down. Still got a tank build there. He's got another AoE to come yet. Don't worry about that. Second AoE is actually an AoE that also does. Oh, it's not really a chance. Second AoE also puts burns out. So he's crazy hard hitting champion. Bearing in mind, my build is quite weak here. Let me show you another one then. Ultan. Ultan's one of my favourite champions in this game. Shame he doesn't really sit up that well with the meta right now in Arena. But he's got some crazy abilities. So we've had someone drop our defense here. Just going to come in and slam someone. 27k, sit down, Yannicka. We're going to clean all of that off. Boost some turn meter again. Stunned. Okay. Block debuffs on. Try and keep some turn meter down. See if we can get people while they've still got their decreased defense on. So Ultan coming in with his A2. Decreased defense there. Increased defense here. Here we go. 127k. Get in the bin. And that is what a defense-based champion can do with a strong build. So for me, defense-based champions are the strongest champions in this game if you can get them working right. He gets a reset here as well. Might as well sit down someone else. There we go, 69k even with defense up. See how long we got before this. We can drop defense again on everyone. He's still got his increased defense up. He's actually just got decreased defense at the same time. I can clean that off though. And then we're going to come in again. Who's next? You're next. 132k. Thanks for coming. And that is what a defense-based champion can do in this game. I'm going to show you one more before we end this video. And then I'll just quickly walk you through those extra couple of builds that I've done there. So, same champ again. So the one last one I'm going to show you then is Norog. Norog, often a Vault Guardian. He can hit really, really hard. He's got great multipliers in the game. We're going to do the same thing. Drop defense. Not fast enough. Okay. So we've actually got decreased defense on me, which means I'm going to hit softer than I normally should. So I'm just going to go in A1 here. 45k on the A1. That's with that weakened buff on me. I'm going to try, see if I can get rid of it with this. Hopefully we've still got decreased defense on a couple. Let's just take our turn meter down a touch. Okay, so we've got increased defense on me, decreased defense on these two. These are the ones to watch. Look at this AoE hit here. 90k, 70k. That is what a defense-based champion can do. Don't sleep on them, guys. Loads of them do a ton of damage. They do a ton of damage, not just in the arena, but also in your dungeon content, in the clan boss. I build these defense-based champions mainly for clan boss. I'll show you those last couple of champs quickly. So my Ultan that you saw in that setup. Got a similar build to what I did with my Sandlashed. He's mainly built right now for clan boss, so he's actually got War Master on. If I put Helm Smasher on, it'd do even more like 200k damage. Mixed sets on some of these, and he has got crit damage on his gloves. I showed you my Norog, very similar as well. 100%, 218, just absolute tank builds. So hard to kill, and they do tons of damage. So guys, that is how to build a NUKE champion out of your defense-based champs. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you all soon.